This is a 1951 Chevrolet 3100. Take it for a quick spin, and I'm actually doing this video on my own. Kind of attest to the how good of a driver it is. Still running a little cold, but miraculously all the gauges work. It's pretty cool. Just a nice steering truck. You can kind of watch my finger as I steer. Got a little bit of old truck steering wheel wonder, but very, very little. It's pretty responsive. Just went through the engine, did a full tune-up. May still need to be dialed in here. Actually, just put a brand new carburetor on it. And to be honest, this is the first time I've driven it since I pulled it out of the shop after doing the detail, so I can get over here in the sun. So I feel like it needs to be dialed in here. We'll do that when we get back to the shop. Probably just little stuff. Reverse works good. Accelerator pedals wanting to stick a little bit. Just barely, you know, just little stuff. Stuff like that that you kind of normally tinker with. Let me let you hear the engine. Open it with one hand, nice and easy. Nice, healthy engine. Let's shut it off here and show you around the truck. The interior on this truck has just been redone and it looks awesome. Brand new door panels. Nice, clean, unmolested dash. This was a real find. I felt Tennessee truck, farm owned and driven by a guy on a farm. And I mean, even just like this is the, you know, red turn signal indicator, which is pretty cool. Those are pretty rare to find. Just had the seat professionally recovered. It looks awesome. This is the time of year where I got to try to adjust a little bit better with where I park because the lighting kind of messes up. Brand new headliner, looks great. You can see it's missing the sun visor, so if you want to put that on, you'd want to order one of those. It's got a brand new floor mat and a little bit of water there. That's just from, we just washed it and detailed it. So nice brand new floor mat underneath that. Some padding, sound deadening padding. The truck's got a little bit of rust here and there, but you know, kind of what I would say synonymous with a farm truck. I think this is cool. I always love when I hop in a truck and the inside looks awesome. To me, that's really, really a big deal. And then of course the engine, you know, looking clean. Like I said, we just got done doing a detail, so maybe even just a touch little spots where the paint is still, you know, smoking off. I see a little spot there where the paint looks like it might be smoking off just a hair. But just a beautiful, beautiful engine detail. Brass the radiator, which I always like to do. It's one of my favorite things about these old radiators is they're made out of brass. Inside, the fender wells are in excellent condition, rust free. Firewall is rust free. Nice clean rust free hood. You can tell that of course when they painted the truck they painted the firewall and the inner fenders, and I like it when they do that. Somebody put like an aluminum piece in the bed, and it actually looks really good. It looks, I would say, professionally done, if you want to call it that. Really, really nice. I get a lot of In fact, I wonder if this wasn't even maybe made for this truck, if this was an option, because it's even curved just like any other truck. If not, somebody got really creative here, did a really excellent job putting this in. It looks like it came from the factory that way. Of course, they would have originally come with wooden beds, but I mean, it's a very, very nice and a classy look. It doesn't look like a junky piece of metal just stuck in the bottom. So doors open and close good. I've got some extra parts for this truck, weather strip kit, I believe, for the door, which obviously would help the doors open and close a little better. So a few little rust spots down at the bottom of the door. So kind of try to move the camera along there, not too fast so that you can see that. A little bit of, you know, Swiss cheese, as we kind of say here, a little bit there, but nice, strong, solid, rust-free hinge pockets. And the other side too, I should have pointed that out. The other side's just about just like this one. Pretty much just, you know, some little pitting and stuff that is, you know, synonymous with, you know, probably where it sat up for a while. Got a little rust on the inside. Go up underneath the truck here in just a second. And like same kind of thing here. A couple of little tiny holes there. Like I said, at the bottom of the door, some kind of what we call Swiss cheese. You know, but then nice strong hinge pockets, which is real good. Original VIN tag placement, which is nice. The rest of the doors are in great shape, so if you really wanted to go crazy, you could, you know, put a patch, little tiny patch piece on the bottom, or even do a little bit of filler and smooth it out, and you'd have a great door. Just depends on what you're going for. I don't like using filler on a high-end vehicle, but it doesn't bother me as much on a driver. You know, it's just a way to do things on a budget. Everybody does things a little bit different. The paint on the truck is consistent from bumper to bumper. And it's an inexpensive, you know, old paint job that actually still looks really, really good from bumper to bumper, but it's got some runs in it. You can see a couple of little spots where I want to try to show. And then on this side, unfortunately, he had a now this truck has been being driven, so it's been on the road. Like I said, just pulled it out from having an engine detail done and going through it, but maybe a couple of little things to dial in. But took this truck for a nice drive, and I mean, it runs strong, stops good. Guy was driving it and he happened upon a deer, did a side swipe with a deer. So got a few little scratches in the paint here, and fortunately no dents, but definitely some scratches here in the paint. And then I guess one spot, it did end up getting dented right here. And that actually looks like where it might have hit up against a curb or something like that. But he told me he kind of did a dodge, you know, to try not to hit a deer. And that's what got that one spot there. So if you wanted to do some touch up, you could do that and get the paint matched and touch this spot up. And I'm telling you, from bumper to bumper, this truck is super consistent. Nice thing is the body is very straight. It does have a few little miscellaneous rust holes here and there. There's a couple spots right there. And I think, to me, I call this like a really good looking farm truck. And like I said, the body's pretty straight overall. A few little runs in the paint, some normal pitting and things like that that you see on old trucks like this. Getting up underneath the truck, you've got nice rust-free step-ups. There's a few little spots of rust here and there. Again, these are the original floor pans. They've had some metal put in from the top before the jute was put on and in the floor mat. So you've got a few little rust spots there. It's a couple of little, that's the original cab corners though, and I'm pretty impressed that those aren't more rusty. Those two tiny little holes on the original cab corners, that's pretty good. That's the center of the original floor pan there. A couple of small holes there. Maybe even looks like somebody was drilling there for some reason. I don't know why. People do different things for different reasons. A few rust spots up there. So a few little spots here and there. Like I said, nothing, you know, this is not a truck that I'd call a rust bucket. I'm scooting up here so I can show just the inside of the fender well. A couple small, you know, there it is. That's actually the kick panel on the inside, or the foot panel where you know, the bottom of the firewall. So there's some steel that was put inside there from the inside, and that was never cut and fixed. Other than that, the rest of the fender wells are looking real good. Nice and clean. So in my book, this is what, you know, I kind of get trucks like this in the shop. We call these, you know, minimal rust farm trucks is kind of what I've advertised these at. Nice, clean. You can see that they took the old bed wood out. So all you see there is that aluminum. That's nice because the aluminum doesn't rust. Looks like somebody cleaned and painted the rear end. And also that appears to be a newer exhaust system. That's a new exhaust system. Again, just want to show the integrity and cleanliness of the inside of these fender wells. Same thing over here as the other side. Consistent on both sides of the truck. You've got a nice clean step up. A little bit of filler here on the outside of the fender. I mean, of the cab corner. Try and turn around here and get inside. Same thing, though. That interior cab corner looks to be original and in good shape. May have rusted on the outside some, and they put a little filler in there. And then same as the other side. Here's your, you know, bottom, very top of the floor pan on the inside. Trying to be super thorough. You know, this is important. You know, we rarely meet a customer face to face. Almost everyone buys these vehicles off of our videos, and they're out of state, or they're overseas. So love the sun visor. Awesome addition to it. Also brand new tires. That's the first drive I've taken on these tires. We just put them on all the way around. Nice clean new beauty rings, original hubcaps in great shape and with matching paint. Looks nice. This is going to make somebody a really great daily driver. It's really ready to drive just like it is. It doesn't need anything. This is a great truck to enjoy through the rest of fall. Maybe get in the shop in the wintertime and dial some things in on the engine if you want to, or it doesn't really need anything, but I'm just saying, you know, maybe get some body work done, touch up the paint, or take it to the next level, whatever it is you want to do with it. One last thing too, all the glass is actually either new. Yeah, I believe all the glass is new. And the rear glass was cracked when it was being installed. So I have another piece of glass to go with the truck. And it really isn't that hard to pop it out, put the new piece of glass in. But every once in a while, you know, the guys make a mistake when they're putting the new glass in. So new glass, new weather stripping. I mean, what a truck. This thing's awesome.